Olá, eu sou o Ricardo Salvador, sou o diretor de operações da unidade de modelação cerebral da Neuroelectrics. That's a complicated question. That reminds me of a story. I was once in England talking to some friends in a pub, and the guy asked me what I did, and I said, I work for a company called Neuroelectrics. And he said, so you're an electrician, mate? And in a sense, that's what I am. But instead of, working with electrical circuits, we work with biological electrical circuits. So we try to devise ways of stimulating the brain to repair some of the circuits that aren't working as well, and to do so in a variety of neuropsychiatric disorders. And my part of this is to create models based on data that we collect from the patient that help us understand how that can be used to help people, basically. There's a lot of good things about working for Neuroelectrics. One of the things that I really liked from the beginning was the opportunity to work with people from different backgrounds. And it's always been interesting to me to see how people from an engineering background or from a background more related to clinic, how they see a problem and how they bring a way of interpreting the problem that's different from the ones that you have coming more from a scientific background in physics like I did. And of course, another great thing about Neuroelectrics is that it gave me the opportunity to work in a lot of projects that, in which we're trying to actively help people, and that's very motivating. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's very motivating in the end. I think I was lucky on that regard because I had many teachers that I consider myself lucky to have had them. In high school, I'm afraid I don't remember the names, but my psychology teacher and my biology teacher really had an impact on incentivizing me to pursue the career that I was aiming to, which was always based on science. And they gave me the courage to pursue that. And then in uni, Professor Douglas Soares was the first professor that really introduced me to the topic of biophysics and biomedical engineering, and he was a person that had a very interdisciplinary view of the matter, and he was actually a pleasure to know and to work with. And then my PhD supervisor, Pedro Miranda, who was the best supervisor I could have hoped for and really nurtured me into this world of numerical modeling. I think Neuroelectrics as a company has been really the leader in pushing this idea that in order to take advantage and to really use the full potential of transcranial electrical stimulation, you need to use computational models and you can harness a lot of information from these models. And I think that we're doing this through all the projects that we've participated in, through all the clinical trials that we run, and in the publications that we're involved in, we try to give the same message. And I've been part of a team, and I try to help as much as I can in giving that message and in the small part that I do in my team. So before I joined Neuroelectrics, I used to teach in a university in Portugal, and I saw that the type of students that I think performed better were not only the ones that were very gifted, but they were the ones that were very hard workers. And I think that in this field, well, in any field, but in particular in this one, you really need to work hard and to keep going. Even when you reach more advanced stages of your career, you have to convince yourself that you're always learning and you can always learn new things, and you always have to keep evolving as times go. And that brings another advice that I can give, which is you should always try to push yourself to work outside your comfort zone. So if you're really comfortable in your position, if you think that, if nothing challenges you anymore or motivates you anymore, then it's time to find a new thing to do. So my favorite thing to do after work, I would like to say that it's to do sport and some really, active activity, but I'm afraid it's just going home and spending time with my son, reading him a story, putting him to bed, new things that every new parent likes to do, I guess.